What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. We're looking at Quant today on the daily time frame where we did now get this rejection from the $150 technical target, which I gave you guys exactly. So we're retracing exactly as predicted to the level where we thought the bullish cross. Now you're holding this previous resistance over here, now support. You can see the yellow box there. So that is also the wick of this double bottom here. Maybe on the 4 hour it could be bodies. No, it's just the wick. So in actual fact, guys, if we are losing this wick resistance, expect us to come back down to this green line, which is the 55. Now for the moment, this should be it, done, dusted. Now I urge you guys to all watch today's Bitcoin update. Before we carry on with this video, I just want to bring you guys attention to this. So guys, here are the crypto packages. If you think you have what it takes to stay disciplined and consistent over the next 3 to 6 months, then I'm more than happy to help you 10x your learning curve. So you can already be a complete beginner or you can be advanced. It doesn't matter. I'm here to turn you into a self-sufficient trader that doesn't need anyone else's guidance by the end of it. I even had to pay over £10,000 to get all this information. That includes scams, scam signals where I lost 3K, scam master account management where I lost 5K, scam pyramid scheme companies for bad courses. Then I found my mentor and I had to pay over $2,000 for just a 2-hour mentorship lesson. What you guys are getting for £650 is access to the chat until the top of the market. So if the top of the market is a year away, do 1 year times 40. So you're definitely getting your money's worth. You also get the course included in the mentorship, and I'll actually not just do a 2-hour lesson with you. I will stay here for a month period to make sure that you become a self-sufficient trader by the end of it. So if you're interested in this, head over to my Twitter, Louis_crypto, to the pinned post and message me there. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, if you're interested in those, go ahead to my Twitter. And yeah, so right now we're holding the 20 EMA. We should actually continue up. You can see we still haven't managed to reach the top of this sort of rising wedge over here that we're technically in. We need to go put this higher high so we could actually continue up and run into the resistance over here of this head and shoulders still. So as long as you're below this resistance of this head and shoulders or the neckline of this head and shoulders, then we can't technically be bullish because you're still in a bearish target, $70 now. Do we think we're on our way to $70 as of now? Not at the moment. What stopped us? Since we made this higher low, we've basically been saying it's not looking as likely anymore. It still can happen because you're still in a valid target down there, but it was looking more and more unlikely with this double bottom. And of course, since breaking out and meeting our targets to the upside, it's looking all bullish as long as we can find support on this neckline of this double bottom, which we're trying to do right now. So if this does hold, we then need to make a higher high above this week. We need to make a higher high above 154. We need to go to 155 minimum. You could see that would finally bring us above this resistance, this psychological level of resistance that we've been struggling now for a very long time, 150, which I told you we run in too fast into this. We need to have a massive pullback back to these lows. Lose this low, you're coming to the target, but we never lost the low. You just came back to them and bounced, put in a higher low. Now another higher low, higher high above this high, but not above this, unfortunately. So technically we still have lower lows and lower highs until this point right here where we actually put in a higher low. Does that mean anything? To be honest, no, because you actually had a higher low here, which eventually became a lower low. So it was all about the lower highs, the constant lower highs, basically telling us, okay, then you're going to get a lower low. We had a higher low, which but it didn't matter because we actually had lower highs, which eventually sent us a lower high. Obviously, that actually should have gone lower, but this is still lower than that one. So potentially now, if we're falling out of this rising wedge, you're actually trying to come back down to this support, as I've told you before, and that would be the target of the rising wedge. But you can see if you're losing this support, you'd have another dump down to the technical target, because this is the previous swing high. This area is what should hold. It has held. We pumped up, came back into it, it has held. Now we're going up. You can see that's a double bottom. So all we need to do is break out of this double bottom over here. On the weekly time frame, we're saying it so many times, the 135 is the neckline, target 195. On the daily time frame is 150, target 242. We can actually change this. I'll go and change it from there to there. Put it on that actually. So the resistance you want to break is 154. Now, of course, I have this exact line on 150 because it's the psychological level, and that's why I was using that as the resistance for this double bottoms neckline rather than a 154. So to be honest, I'm going to keep it at the 150 because it's the psychological level. I know this is the level that actually determines if we're going up, if we're going to continue down. Right now we're rejecting it, so it would make sense for us to believe we're coming down, and we've come down to the EMAs. These should hold, but without Bitcoin this won't hold. So if Bitcoin now needs to hold the resistance it's at as support, and if so, this that will continue up, dragging everything with it. If Bitcoin now dumps further and loses this key resistance that it's at, well, as support, then you're obviously flipping it back into resistance, trying to come lower. So the same sort of thing would happen with Quant. You can see we've got this ascending support, so that would have to hold. The next layer of defense is this low over here, the 1 fib level, which is this wick, which from here to here gave us that $70 target, as well as the head and shoulders target acting as confluence to that. So once we reclaim this one over here, when we reclaimed it over here and you back tested its support right there, and you then put a higher high above this, this is the structure you want to see. Now you need to fall back to this, so that's why we could come back down a little deeper and then hold that. That needs to hold, because if this is not holding, you're coming back down to that swing low. Hold the swing high as a swing low, lose the swing low, come to the previous swing low. So the 1 fib level has to hold at all costs. We can't lose the 1 fib level if we want to continue up. So if that was to happen, you could see you'd fall out of the ascending support, you're falling out of the rising wedge. So technically you could actually roll all the way down to the target, but the 1 fib level is what could stop us forming this sort of double bottom here, this then becoming your neckline. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.